Right, today what we're going to do is we're going to start on drawing, alright? And before we start any exercise, I want you to draw a box, alright? Get some A4 paper, pen, pencil. Don't need to use eraser because if you make a mistake, you can always redraw a new box. This box is a three-dimensional box. I want you to draw something like as if it's a treasure chest, you know, equal distance cube or something, a three-dimensional box, alright? So pause the video, go on an A4 paper, draw the box, and then we can discuss that further later on. Right, have you done your box? If you have, I want to see your box drawn. Now, I want to ask you is this, did you draw your box something like this? Or have you drawn your box something like this? Or it could be like this, right? Depending on which direction the sides goes, this side or this side, okay? Right, now whichever box you've drawn, alright, it's okay as long as you've drawn a three-dimensional box. But as a matter of interest, I want to tell you that this box is drawn under the method called isometric, and these boxes here are drawn under the method called oblique projection, right? So this is isometric projection, this is oblique projection. Okay, I'll explain the details later on. Now, there are two other ways to draw this box, right? One other way is like this, drawn in this manner. Okay, and another way is this way. Or this way. Right? Now, these boxes are drawn using the method called perspective drawing. Okay? And this one using the method 2-point, and these are using 1-point perspective. Hi, now I want to bring you back to this isometric drawing because that's what we're going to teach you today. I will have two isometric boxes here, one and the other one I'm going to draw here quickly. Right now, if you notice that there's a little particular trick to drawing this, that is, I will highlight to you this, okay, drawn in bold, the Y shape, and at the bottom here the crow's feet. Okay, there are two distinct methods. Okay, the crow's feet method or the Y shape method. Right now, if you have drawn this Y shape or the crow's feet, that will establish your starting point, and from there, if you want, you can project and complete any other isometric drawing. Okay, so as long as all the axes are parallel, you would form a box, a isometric box properly. Now, being able to draw using the Y shape or the crow's feet method, alright, you can then now go ahead and proceed to create what I call this a crate. Alright, so this method is called crating. And once you have been able to do crating, you can almost draw any other shape. Alright, so if I were to start with the crow's feet, okay, and in this case here, I can quickly draw an object that I want, right, and I can build up, okay, similar objects using that axis that I created to create my other objects. Okay, so in this case here, I created 3 blocks together. Okay, you notice that I'm going over and over again trying to make sure that all my axes are parallel to one another, and I should be able to draw a nice 3-dimensional shape. Okay, now I can even draw complicated ones using my Y. So it's the same way. The Y shape will start at the top, moving down. Okay, moving down to my similar shapes that I have. Okay, so in the same way, this is what I'm going to draw using the grading method. Right, so I hope that will help you to draw 3-dimensional shapes easier. Right, some of you need help to draw, or you want to draw a circle. Alright, so what I'm going to draw is, please take note that circle will fall nicely into a square, and they will touch at the 4 midpoints. So if I will join the 4 midpoints, alright, I will find the center of the circle, and if I join the diagonals, okay, and in the same way, if I extend the arc, the circle will touch this diagonal here. Nearly the distance is 2/3 to 1/3. So same for here, 2/3 to 1/3. Same for here, 2/3 to 1/3. Same for here, 2/3 1/3. So then if I were to join all the dots, what I'll get is a reasonably well drawn circle. Okay, so that is how I draw a circle inside a square when I'm looking it from the plan view, straight view. Alright, now if I were to draw a isometric box now, okay, so I'm drawing a square, right, and I want to draw a circle over here. How do I draw that? First of all, I know the sides. Okay, I can establish the midpoints. Right, that's my midpoint, and I have the diagonals, right? Okay, so diagonals, the circle will touch the diagonals at 2/3, 1/3. So I'm going to just quickly mark out the 2/3, 1/3, right? And then I will now construct an arc that will fall nicely inside all these little points, and I will have my circle, but it looks like an ellipse. Alright, so it's a flattened circle over this side. Okay, and now if I want to extend this like as if it's a car wheel, okay, so you can just extend that, and I would get a little, okay, cylinder going this way. Okay, so if I extend that, that would how it looks like. Okay, so if I were to draw it on the flat surface, like I want to draw a cake, okay, so same thing. Okay, extend half, diagonal, right, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, center point, and I will extend my arc. Okay, my ellipse will be this way, right, extend down. If I want, I can mark out again at the bottom, right, and then extend the circle this way, right, and I would get a nice flat cylinder like a cake. Okay, so that's how you draw a cylinder. Okay, so I hope that helps you in drawing cylindrical objects. Now if you want to draw a big cylinder, same thing. I first mark out my areas that I want. Okay, I draw same way my cylinder. This will extend all the way, and when it reaches the bottom, I'll just connect with arc. Okay, so this is a very quick sketch of a cylinder. Right, if you draw it in proportion, you should be able to reproduce this quickly. What about a cone? Right, cone is a bit tricky. You need to establish the base. Right, again the cylinder has to be established at the bottom. Then after that, from the center, I extend a certain distance up, and then I'm going to project to the sides, and I would be able to draw a cone. Now, obviously this looks like a flat two-dimensional cone. What you need now is to then add in the shading, which you will learn in the rendering portion of this lessons, and you would be able to draw a cone. Okay, now you know how to draw cylinders, cones, round shapes, alright, using isometric drawing. Now, basically we're going to teach, the method that's taught to you is creating. So what you need to do is, imagine your object, what it looks like, alright, using crates to structure the whole thing together and then form the shape that you want, right? Using creating method, you will be able to almost draw anything in the right proportion, right? One box stacking on top of the other, right? So go ahead and draw your idea in isometric drawing, a sketch, right? And then show it to your teacher and get comments from them. Good luck!